Kaylee Weiss in the 77, Mowat in the 46, Ryan Lambert in the 41, James Seymour in the 05. It's Austin King in the 89, Rich Sanders in the 21, as they are side by side down the front chute. Kaylee Weiss, Brandon Mowat, Ryan Lambert, James Seymour gets it high. That's going to let Austin King slide on through into fourth spot. Seymour gets a high coming out of 3 and 4, and he's going to lose a couple more spots. Once again, high in 1 and 2. Can't keep that car tucked down low with halfway flags are in the air. Weiss, Mowat, Lambert, King, Sopaz, Sanders, Seymour, and Barrett.
Weiss just getting faster and faster, punching on that gas at every lap that ticks by. 15.290 seconds fast, the quick time for the 77 on lap 4.
Kaylee Weiss of the 77, the 46 of Mowat. They're the two front runners. Then back a little bit is the 41 of Lambert, Austin King in the 89. Kyle Sopaz, Sanders is going to do a loop down in turn 2. Still keeping it going, and caution is on the racetrack. Caution on the track. She comes to rest up in the high side of the second turn.
Oh. Kaylee Weiss running like she's got a rear view mirror. Like she can see the 46 right there breathing down her neck. 15.267 seconds fast. The quick time on lap 6 for Kaylee Weiss in the 77.
County Tire, A&W Belleville, Little Caesars Trenton. From Brighton, car number 3 of Nathan Rinaldi. Out starting on the 4th row from Trenton, the Defoe Roofing, the Village Variety, car number 9 of Josh Black. Outside Black from Trenton, the Deerhaven Power Sport, Bellevue Fabricating, car number 57, Charlie Sandercock. On the 5th row, the Oasis Fuel, the Arc Home, car number 11 of Kyle Sopaz. Outside Sopaz, the QBT Excavating, the Free Flow from Trenton, car number 5 of Steve Baldwin. On the 6th row, the 05 of James Seymour. Outside Seymour, the 33 of Vandertorn. It's green and go.
Oh yeah, they're going. Brandon Mowat sneaks out to the lead just by an inch here, past AJ Rinaldi in the 7.
Brandon Mowat around Rinaldi as they go down the front straight into the turns. It's Mowat, AJ Rinaldi, Corey Halbert, Austin King, Nathan Rinaldi, Kaylee Weiss, Charlie Sandercock, Joshua Black, Steve Baldwin, Kyle Mowat, AJ Rinaldi, Corey Halbert, Austin King, Nate Rinaldi, Kaylee Weiss, top 5.
Well, Mowat leaving it all out on the track here tonight, taking off with the lead in the 46, still on the hunt for his first win of the season. Finished second back here on May 8th to Steve Baldwin as David Vandertorn slows the pace here on the front stretch, and the first caution flag, hopefully the first and the last of this feature, flies.
Vandertorn lost power on the back straightaway and then regained it, rejoined the race, got up to full speed again. And as he come out of 4, he lost power again. So something electrical going wrong with that car. He will join the tail end. Hopefully that whatever it was, he's got fixed. Brandon Mowat, AJ Rinaldi, Corey Halbert, Nate Rinaldi, and Austin King are the top 5 here. Charlie Sandercock, Kaylee Weiss are looking right behind to get into the mix. Brandon Mowat, AJ Rinaldi, Corey Halbert, Nate Rinaldi, Charlie Sandercock, now the top 5. Brandon Mowat opens up a little bit of a lead over the 7 car of AJ Rinaldi. Corey Halbert, Nate Rinaldi can't get it by Halbert. Charlie Sandercock is now closing the gap. Nate Rinaldi going to look to the inside of Corey Halbert as they go down the back straightaway, but Halbert's going to push down low one more time. It's still Mowat, AJ Rinaldi, Corey Halbert, Nate Rinaldi, Charlie Sandercock, Kaylee Weiss, Kyle Sopaz, Josh Black, Steve Baldwin, Austin King, Mowat, Rinaldi, Halbert, Rinaldi, and Sandercock still top 5.
Yeah, this chase just outside the top 5 between Weiss and Sopaz is everything. They are working their hardest, trying not to lose the 57 of Charlie Sandercock. Josh Black right there holding his own, hanging on to Sopaz as Steve Baldwin trying anything to work his way around the 9. He's going to try down on the inside. Nope, backs off just a little bit. Josh says, I don't think so, man. With this race is all Brandon Mowat in the 46, basically uncontested as he rounds 4 and passes the flag stand.
Brandon Mowat, AJ Rinaldi, Corey Halbert, Nate Rinaldi. As the halfway flags go in the air now for Brandon Mowat in the 46, AJ Rinaldi in the 7, the 41 of Corey Halbert, 3 of Nate Rinaldi, and the 57 of Charlie Sandercock are your top 5. Brandon Mowat has that car connecting well for him tonight. AJ Rinaldi second, Corey Halbert is in third, Nate Rinaldi fourth, and Charlie Sandercock is in the 5th position. Sopaz, Vandertorn puts it sideways on the front straight. Kaylee Weiss puts it sideways in turn 2, and that's going to draw out a caution.
Wow, the 46 of Brandon Mowat hooked up tonight. Flawless and uncontested. Right from the start. Wasted no time jumping on the lead. And I don't know what's gotten into AJ Rinaldi tonight, but I like it.
I didn't want to say anything. I wish the kid bad luck, but you know what? My son went to grab some parts with him 2 weeks ago down, get some parts for the car, and I was talking to him at the carpool in Coburg right after they got back. I went to pick my son up, and I said to him, you know what? You're getting there, Nate or AJ. You're not far off the pace, and it's just a few little tweaks that you're going to have to make. And you know, he said he was getting more comfortable in the car, and the car has a lot more power than he's ever seen before. Little things, and I'm like, you are getting close. And you know what a great night the kid has had so far, picking up second in his qualifier. Here he is running second in the feature here tonight, and I didn't want to wish him bad luck, but you know, it's a great run for him here tonight. He's got to be really impressed. You know, we're over halfway with 14 laps of the 30 here to go. Still sitting in second position, and impressive run. He's going to start on the outside or inside of Brandon Mowat, whatever Mowat decides to choose this time. But it's also going to put Corey Halbert and Nate Rinaldi right behind him, and then there's Charlie Sandercock and Kyle Sopaz is right behind those two as well. So David Vandertorn's night could be coming to an end as he's going back into the pit area on the hook. It looks like Brian McDonald has come to rest down on the top of turn 1 and 2. We have a tow vehicle getting in behind him as well to pick him up.
Probably get away with this, Sarah.
Uh-oh, better get Mako. A little bit of rear end damage, a flat tire on the 151 of Brian McDonald as he's going to go back into the pit area. Hopefully that's all just cosmetic. Little bent up quarter panel there and a flat tire, bent rim. Hopefully no major damage done underneath that car. Starter has the white flag in the air. One more trip around. We're going to get these guys underway. See if we can run off the last 14 laps here for you. It's Mowat and AJ Rinaldi on row 1. Corey Halbert, Nate Rinaldi, row 2. Sandercock Sopaz, row 3. Black and Baldwin on row 4. Austin King, James Seymour on row 5. Sanders and Kaylee Weiss, row 6. Anthony Barrett on row 7. 16 laps completed, 14 more to go here in the Vanderlaan building product. 30 lap late model feature here this evening. And I think we beat Mother Nature.
We did.
We are going to beat her.
Take that.
Sandercock's going to look to the inside of Rinaldi, but Josh Black's going to stick his nose in there as well. And that's going to create a little bit of a melee as Steve Baldwin gets turned sideways out of that whole mess.
Yeah, that was a little close for comfort as Rinaldi and Black and Sandercock took her 3 wide, but there wasn't a lot of room to maneuver, so looks like that's going to go to Steve there, that caution.
Back under his own power, which is good to see. Still Brandon Mode out front. AJ Rinaldi is in second. Let's see how they set up the rest of the field here.
Yeah, it looked like Sandercock braked and it had like a blow.
Looks like Steve Baldwin will not be charged with that. It looks like it's going to Josh Black, who's going to restart at tail end here.
Yeah, he pumped the brakes once they got going 3 wide there, coming into 4.
Steve Baldwin will retain his spot in the lineup. Josh Black in the 9 car is going to start scratch on the field, being deemed the culprit of that caution. Rinaldi, row 1. Halbert and Rinaldi, row 2. Sandercock, Sopaz, row 3. Baldwin, Seymour, row 4. Austin King, Sanders, row 5. Weiss, Black, row 6. And Barrett is on the 7th row. It's green and go. Charlie Sandercock going to dip low. He's going to squeeze in underneath everybody, and that's going to let Steve Baldwin follow suit right in behind him. It's now Brandon Mowat, AJ Rinaldi, Charlie Sandercock, Corey Halbert, Steve Baldwin, and Nate Rinaldi. Mowat, AJ Rinaldi, Charlie Sandercock right on the rear bumper now. Steve Baldwin going to look to the inside of Corey Albert as they go up the back straightaway. He's going to take over 4th spot. Nate Rinaldi gets it turned sideways. Austin King goes over the nose cone of Rinaldi, and that's going to draw out another caution. Brandon Mowat, AJ Rinaldi, Charlie Sandercock, Steve Baldwin, Corey Albert, Kyle Sopaz. A little bit of damage there to the 05 of James Seymour. Austin King in the 89 has a rear flat tire. He'll be going pit side to get a new piece of rubber put on that tire. As they work next door, getting the field reset.
Well, AJ Rinaldi's definitely had his work cut out for him, holding off Charlie Sandercock there for a few laps, closing the door at every opportunity. Now, this restart, when they're so close together, we'll see what happens here now. AJ definitely going to still have his work cut out for him, but this is the type of stuff that, you know, legends are made of when you got to hold off the likes of Sandercock and Steve Baldwin right there in the rear view.
He has the two villains right behind him. And they're not villains, they're great guys, don't get me wrong, but you know what? Those guys are the hunters, and they're on a mission. They need to get their two cars in front of those two cars. They are the hunters, and Rinaldi and Moa are the huntees right now. They're going to be work cut out for them because the green flag goes in the air. Baldwin and Sandercock are going to look to move those cars up further up. Green and go.
Oh, they're rubbing, they're racing, they're going almost 3 wide into 2, but it's Rinaldi that squeezes on through with Sandercock and Baldwin still right there knocking on the back door.
Steve Baldwin jumps ahead of Charlie Sandercock. Now he's going to look to the outside of AJ Rinaldi, but we have another caution on the racetrack as Josh Black comes to rest inside turn 4 against one of the tire barriers. Sandercock and Baldwin come knocking, but AJ Rinaldi wasn't going to open the door. Very good job keeping them behind him. He's got 9 more laps to do the same.
Well, Baldwin has definitely been patient, biding his time, working his way up from 10th. Now sits in 3rd, worked his way around the 57 before the restart. Baldwin, your points leader, 25 ahead of both Charlie Sandercock and Nate Rinaldi.
Brandon Mold in the 46, AJ Rinaldi in the 7, the 5 of Steve Baldwin, Charlie Sandercock in the 57, the 11 of Kyle Sopaz, Corey Lambert in the 41. White flag is in the air. One more trip around. We're going to get this one back underway. Moet Rinaldi, row 1. Baldwin Sandercock, row 2. Caution on the racetrack still.
Well, your leader sits in 4th in points, so a win here tonight could really make a big move for Brandon Moet in the 46 tonight. No stranger to victory lane. We'll see if he can do it here tonight. Kaylee Weiss sits 5th in points, just 140 back. Steve Baldwin in the lead.
Moet Rinaldi lead the field up the back straightaway. Brandon Moet will bring the field to life as they get into turns 4 when they hit those cones. Moet's fired. It's green and go. Brandon Moet, AJ Rinaldi, Charlie Sandercock going to look to the outside, but here comes Steve Baldwin to the inside. AJ Rinaldi doesn't want any part of it. He's going to try to hold on into second place.
Oh, this will be the one. Charlie Sandercock works his way around on the high side into second, takes Steve Baldwin with him into 3rd.
AJ had a little slip there in turn 2. Lets the 2 go by him. Now Sopaz is going to look to the inside as they go down through 1 and 2. It's Brandon Moet in the 46, the 57 of Charlie Sandercock, the 5 of Steve Baldwin, the 7 of AJ Rinaldi, the 11 of Kyle Sopaz are the top 5. Rinaldi slides it high in 1 and 2, and Sopaz is going to go right underneath Ryan Lambert, gets to the back door looking as well. Brandon Mowat in the 46, 57 of Sandercock. Baldwin in the 5. The 11 of Sopaz, AJ Rinaldi in the 7 car. As they come down the front straightaway, 4 laps remaining for Brandon Mowat, Charlie Sandercock, Steve Baldwin, Kyle Sopaz, Ryan Lambert, AJ Rinaldi. Brandon Mowat, 3 to go. Charlie Sandercock, Steve Baldwin, Sopaz, Lambert, Rinaldi, Seymour. James Seymour clips one of those barrier tires. It's going to stay out on the outside. 2 laps to go now for Brandon Mowat. Sandercock, Baldwin, Sopaz, Lambert, Rinaldi, Sanders, Seymour, Weiss, Black, Barrett, and Austin King. Through 3 and 4 down the front straightaway. White flag is out. Brandon Mowat, Charlie Sandercock, Steve Baldwin, Kyle Sopaz, and Ryan Lambert are your top 5. The Rinaldi boys sitting 6 and 7. Down the front straightaway, picking up tonight's feature win in the Vanderlaan Building Supplies late model is the 46 of Brandon Mowat. Charlie Sandercock in the 57 will take home 2nd. Steve Baldwin picks up 3rd in the 5 car, the 11 of Kyle